Hello everybody, this is Alan Ardieri here. I'm going to have to wait for some people to load up. I don't usually do this sort of thing. Make sure we're loading up here. Okay, now that I see that the people are loading up on here, this is a very important video, and I hope that I'm absolutely wrong with everything I'm about to tell you all. This is extremely important, and spreading this around because time is literally way too short on this, and I'm sorry for the short time on getting this out here. But, you know, I work and I get information as I get it. I want to say before I start on this real quick, everybody knows that I really am not into conspiracy things. Source origin is extremely important to me, to where I get my information from. Like I said, I hope I'm wrong with what I'm about to say. I just got the other part of the story that I want to discuss. I just actually heard it come up on the news in regards to Turkey. And we'll talk about the importance of that after I get this out, because this information definitely has to get out. We have 387 people on here. We need more on here, hopefully. And this is important, extremely important. And like I said, I hope I'm wrong, and I'll take all the backlash if I'm absolutely incorrect on this. But if I am, what I'm about to say is going to be extremely valuable information if you are in these particular areas of operation. And this is just how it is. Coordinated violent attacks in several U.S. cities are possibly going down. And I say possibly. People give me this information are more than certain that this is going to go down. If you are in these cities, municipalities, anywhere in this area, it's strongly advised that you get to a safer location, please. There are several cities that are going to be having protests. I'm not saying that the individuals that are doing these protests, for the most part, are probably extremely peaceful and just mean well and only want to push their cause. But there's a lot that are involved with this that are that's not their agenda. They are going there to create violence, mass effect violence. I guess you can call these terrorist attacks in a way. All right, listen very carefully, please, as I name off some of these cities and times. These are all local times. These are the times that these particular demonstrations are supposed to begin. As far as the groups that are doing this unrest, whatever you want to call it, they would be mixed in with they're Sanders supporters. They are not that this is endorsed by Sanders or anything now, and these are Black Lives Matter. Not that the Black Lives Matter endorses this sort of thing. They will just be mixing in with these crowds, from what I understand. And I'm going to go ahead and start with these cities and times. Keep in mind, these are local times. The city that I name, the time that these are kicking off is going to be in the city itself. St. Louis, 6 o'clock. Miami, 6. Ann Arbor, 7. Detroit, 7. Lansing, 7. Boston, 7. Baltimore, 7. Des Moines, 6. Chicago, 6. Miami, 7. Orlando, 7. Tampa, 7. Philadelphia, 7. Tucson, 5. Little Rock, 6. San Francisco, 4. Oklahoma, 4. Los Angeles, 4. Washington, D.C., 7. Denver, 5. Atlanta, 7. Concord, 4. Cleveland, Ohio, 7. Columbus, 7. Let's see here. What did I lost? Milwaukee, 5. Seattle, 4. Austin, 6. I believe St. Paul, 6. Again, the cities and times that I've named, the times are local to those cities. There's going to be coordinated violent attacks within peaceful demonstrations. If you are near these city centers or wherever these protests are going to take place, please get away from it. If you are a peaceful protester and you see something like this, distance yourself immediately. Get with law enforcement if you can and help coordinate and give information, whatever you think you can do. I do not know what more I can add to this. I'm so sorry that I have to give this to you, but the sense of urgency with it, because of the source, I felt it necessary to pass this along, and I hope I am wrong. But I don't see what it's going to hurt. I just don't know really what else to say on that. I want to hit on Turkey real quick. I heard long before it came out on the news about Turkey has a military coup. If you can identify the importance of Turkey, Turkey is the gateway to Europe. I do not know the full motivation behind a military coup in Turkey, but I just heard on the radio that it happened. But I heard the information coming from the same person about Turkey, possibly several minutes prior to even being on the news. So that helps to add a little bit more legitimacy to the claims of what's going on throughout the rest of the country. Somebody has on here for Dallas. Let me make sure I didn't leave that off. I hope I put Denver up. Denver's at 5. If I left that off, go ahead and post that time, Francie, if I left that off. If I left Dallas off here, I am not seeing it on the list. I had to jot this down really quick. These are, all the times typically are 7, 6, 5, and 4. If anything from this, just be observant. Keep your ear to the ground. And put yourself in a position, if you do not want to outright leave, put yourself in a position where you can, if that makes any sense. Just one quick question, can everybody hear me well? There was a city, what the heck was that? New York. I didn't hear anything about New York City, but I do have something on. Hopefully I'll put that out here. Manhattan. Manhattan is supposedly going to have one of these protests. And I believe Manhattan is at 7 o'clock local time. I did not see anything on New York City itself. Okay, I'm hearing that I'm seeing that you can hear me just fine. Make sure. I did remember, did I say Durham? Guys, I'm sorry, I was pretty much writing this down as quick as possible because I wanted to get this information out as quick as possible. I do remember Durham. Did I write that down? I don't recall San Diego. This is going on today, everybody. This is going on within the next few hours. Okay. Pittsburgh. I should have had Pittsburgh on there. Yes, I do know that Pittsburgh is on there. Pittsburgh is at 7. So, to recap really quick, there is several coordinated violent events that are supposed to take place within legitimate protest throughout the country. I named a list of the cities and the times. These are local times. What to expect from this is basically what happened in Baltimore, but across the country. Okay? Again, if I'm wrong on this, that's on me. But listen to me on this, people. You see how many times that I go on about and jump on the people over conspiracies, how I think it's a big waste of time, and I would only give you something that I feel is actionable, okay? That's it. That is the only time that I will do these sort of things. I'm not a conspiracy person. I hate them. I do feel it to be an extreme big waste of time when people be doing other things. When this video archives, please share it and get it out there. Some of this stuff is going to be happening within the next hour and a half. Alright? Everybody stay coordinated. Talk as much as you can. I'll do a quick recap and then I'm going to bounce off here. First and foremost, yes, there is a military coup taking place in Turkey. The importance of that, I'll do another video on it. But the thing is right now, all across the United States, there are several cities, and I'm going to go over them really quick again. The times of the cities, there's going to be coordinated violent events taking place within legitimate and peaceful protest. But they are going to try to disrupt them. This is supposedly coordinated throughout the United States and from a source that I do trust. I hope that we are both wrong and that these things don't happen. Know me, if anybody knows me, knows that I don't deal in conspiracies. I don't goof around. If I tell you something, I hope it's something that you can act on. What I'll tell you, if you're in these city centers or anywhere near these protests, or if you're a peaceful protester that are going to be in some of these, and you see violent things happening, distance yourself real quick and coordinate with law enforcement as much as possible. If you live near these places, I'm going to go ahead and just say, please, just kind of step away. If you can go outside of the city, do that. Because it's extremely important that you do that. Here we go. St. Louis, 6 o'clock. Miami, 6. Ann Arbor, 7. Lansing, 7. Detroit, 7. Boston, 7. Baltimore, 7. Des Moines, 6. Chicago, 6. Miami, 7. Orlando, 7. Tampa, 7. Philadelphia, 5. Tucson, 5. Little Rock, 6. San Francisco, 4. Oakland, 4. LA, 4. Denver, 5. Washington, D.C., 7. Atlanta, 7. Concord, 4. Manhattan, 7. Columbus, Ohio, 7. Cleveland, 7. Pittsburgh, 7. Austin, 6. Seattle, 5. I'm sorry, Seattle, 4. And Milwaukee, 5. I just said it really, really quick. I may have lost some. And if you're aware that you live in a city that has a protest about to kick in, please be advised that try to make yourself either get away if you can. If you have some family that live in the suburbs, get to those places. If you are a protester supposed to be in some of these, please be ever mindful of what's going on. And if you are some of the people that are wanting to get involved or are doing or are part of any coordinated event that is a terrorist attack, I will tell you right now, you are doing something that you will lose greatly at. You're not going to make any political statement. You're going to cause a lot of death, a lot of destruction, and it will actually go in reverse, helping you advance anything that you're hoping to gain from this. Know that. There are a lot of people who are very, very intolerant of these kinds of things, and they don't all wear badges. They're citizens. I'm going to go ahead and stop this so this video archive. Again, I'm sorry to bring this to you, and I hope I'm wrong on this, and you can bash me all you want if I am. Sal Nardiri, Red Fort Golf out.